Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our next day of at-home learning. We're going to jump in back to our math book, and on this wonderful Wednesday, we're going to continue working. Now, yesterday's lesson was long, and there were a lot of different multiplication problems that you had to do. If you didn't get something finished, that's okay. You can always go back and finish it today, because today is a little bit shorter, which that's good news for you. So let's go ahead and let's look at the pages we're going to be at today. We're going to be on pages 19 through 21. So remember, if you're ever not sure where your pages are, always look at the bottom. There's 19. So for this, pretty cool. Look, there's a multiplication table for you. Now we have this on our name tag in class, so we've done this lots of times. But just to refresh your memory, remember, whenever you're trying to solve a multiplication problem or a division problem, you can use this chart. So I put a circle around 6 and 5. So it's going to be 6 times 5, or commutative property, 5 times 6. Now remember what you do. You go down and then you go across, and it kind of is like bumper cars, right? It hits. So 6 times 5 equals 30. So I went ahead and I wrote my example right here. So 6 times 5 equals 30. But if I want to turn this into a division sentence, I'll also put this one first. 5 times 6 equals 30. We know that from commutative property. But if I wanted to do a division sentence, how would I write this? Use the multiplication chart. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. Or 30 divided by 5 equals 6. It's kind of like a fact family. So I don't have a division, the division symbol that looks like this on my computer, but I do have the fraction symbol, which is the same thing. So 30 divided by 6 equals 5, or 30 divided by 5 equals 6. Both of those get you the same product or quotient. In division, we call it the quotient. And this chart is going to help us solve the rest of these problems today. Now, let's go ahead and let's look. So you have to find the missing numbers. So 5 times 7. If you don't know that, go to your chart. 5 times 7 equals, found it, 35. Now look at this one. 32 divided by 8. So what I do is I go to my 8 and I go down until I see 32. Boom. And then I can just go across. There it is. So 32 divided by 8 equals 4. Right there. Make sure you actually write the number 4. Don't put a check mark in there like I just did. So I'm going to fix that. 4. And we got this one too. 5 times 7 is 35. We already solved that one. So I want you to keep going. You try this strategy. When you see the division problem, find where you're going to put this. So I see 27, but it's divided by 9. So I'm going to go to my 9s, take this until I get to 27, boom. And then I know to go right over. There's my next answer for here. 27 divided by 3 equals 9. All right, so I want you to finish this today and keep going. And this one's kind of fun. What are 3 possible answers for the equation 36 divided by what equals what? So they're basically asking you, what problems get you to 36? If I look at my multiplication chart, here's 36. 6 times 6, or 36 divided by 6. What's another way to get with 36? Do you see any other 36s anywhere? Right here. 36 divided by equals what? So I want you guys to write down 3 different answers. Now, I just went ahead and I gave you a couple right there, so I'll write those down with you. So I have 36 divided by 6 equals 6. What's another way to get with 36? 36 divided by what? What did we see? Go back to your chart and look. So you need to do 3 ways there. Okay, keep going down. Now I think this page is kind of fun. This one you're looking for patterns. Kind of quick. 10 minus 1. 10, take away 1, leaves you with 9. Now, what they want you to do is they want you to notice a pattern here. 100 minus 1. So you're at 100, go down 1. 99. And how can I check that? Because 99 plus 1 equals 100. Look at this one. 200 minus 100. 100. Because 100 plus 100 is 200. Now, if I know that 200 minus 100 is 100, go down 1 more. So you're at the number 100. Go down 1 more step. 100. What am I at? I'm at 99. Okay, because 99 plus 101 equals 200. So I want you to see if you can finish solving these. You have more multiplication. Challenge yourself. See if you can do these without your multiplication chart. You all should be able to get these 10s. And then if you know your 10s, I bet you can get your 9s. I bet you can notice a pattern there. You go down 2, you go down 3, you go down 4. See what you notice with your pattern here. And now you're going to describe the patterns. What do you notice? What do you see in the numbers there? And you're almost to the end here. The very last page, this is page 21. We're going to be solving problems with equal groups. Now, just a reminder, remember what equal groups are? Equal groups are right here. Equal groups. So remember, in equal groups, each group has to be equal. So you can't have 5 in one group and 4 in the other group. That's not fair. They have to be equal, okay? So as we do these today, they're all about equal groups. So let's go ahead, let's do the first one together, and then you guys will have the rest of these to finish. Here we go. Heather has 18 photographs of rockets. She wants to hang them on 3 different walls in her room. Each wall will have the same number of photographs. How many photographs will hang on each wall? So time out. I can't go over 18 photographs. They just told me that. I can't go over that number. But I have 3 different walls. I'm going to highlight that. How many go on each wall? So if I have 3 different walls, so if you want to draw a picture here, you can. You can make 3 different groups, 1, 2, 3, and put enough in each. Now I'm going to show you how to do it without drawing a picture by thinking about division. So I'm going to start with 18. 18 divided by 3 different groups equals. So how many 3s go into 18? You can go to your multiplication chart, go to the 3s, go down till you see 18, right there, and go over. So it's 6. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. There will be 6 photographs on each wall. Now you could have drawn your 3 different walls, which is a great strategy. So I could have made a wall here. I'm going to try to size it a little bit better. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to make another wall and a third wall. Now, how much goes into each wall? I can't put all 18 here. I can't put just that much, but I can put 6. 6 more pictures. and then 6 more pictures. So 6 times 3 equals 18. So there will be 6 photographs on each wall. All right. Now you're going to finish doing number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is my favorite question right here. And then you're done for today. Choose one problem and describe the strategy used to solve it. So this is where I need a sentence. What did you do to solve it? So if you want to pick this problem, describe it. What did you do? If you want to pick number 5, great. What did you do to do that? So I want to make sure I see a complete sentence here when I see your work today. You guys are going to rock this, and I've been so impressed with all the hard work you guys have been doing. Keep it up. If you're feeling stuck on something, circle it. And then if you have any questions, send me those on Dojo. You guys are awesome. Nice job. Good luck. See ya.